Hmm. Hi, I'm Jack Heslin, founder of the AI Conversation, an online community where people and organizations from all different backgrounds come together to share best practices, to learn how to use and get the most out of artificial intelligence tools for a wide variety of applications. This is our third and final module about the role that AI plays in marketing. This is part of our AI 102 series. We did AI 101, explaining the basic concepts. Now we're at AI 102. As you can see, we're really creative with the names. We're really good with that. But the reason we went deep into marketing is because really, you can have a product and you can have a service, but you don't really have a business until someone's buying your product or service. And to do that, you need customers, and for your salespeople to write business with customers, you have to have what we might call leads or prospects or some idea who's looking to buy your product or service. So we chose to start with AI in marketing. We've done two modules already. Now, this is our third and final one for marketing. It's really important to note here at the beginning that there's a scale here. Some of these AI and marketing tools are for really big companies with deep resources and deep pockets, but it doesn't mean that you and your 5, 10, or $50 million a year company couldn't be using AI in your marketing efforts somehow. So, and that's how you should look at this. It's very scalable. But we're going to now explore how AI creates what we call seamless connections throughout the customer experience, throughout the organization. And the interconnectedness here, that's really important because we've moved from understanding AI's foundations in marketing to see how it enables personalization at scale. This is new territory. This is a new frontier. So now we're ready to talk about how truly integrated AI systems can transform the entire business. This presentation focuses on breaking down the silos that typically separate the different touch points in the customer experience throughout the different departments in an organization. So what we want to achieve by the end is hopefully you'll understand how connected intelligence, and that's kind of a new phrase for us now today, isn't it? Connected intelligence creates a unified approach that drives remarkable results across the entire business. So, as we get into it here, we're going to talk about the AI powered customer journey. And this, remember, we thought of the customer's journey at one time as a simple funnel that everyone followed exactly the same order. Well, those days are gone. The world is more complex. The digital world is complex, where customers, we could use this really technical term, zigzag between different channels, devices, and touch points in patterns that are very hard to predict. AI helps make sense of all the complexity by analyzing millions of interactions um, to really identify the key moments that truly influence a purchasing decision. That magic happens when AI doesn't just map these journeys, but actively orchestrates them, responding to each customer's behavior in real time to deliver what they need at each step. This is seminal. We've never been able to meet the customer's needs quite this specifically before. So this creates experiences that feel remarkably intuitive and personal, even though they're being delivered at a massive scale. Now, we can do what we call, we can map this. So traditional journey mapping is like looking into the rear view mirror, the way we used to do it. Helpful for understanding where you've been, but not so much where you're heading. AI transforms this approach by creating a predictive journey that maps the anticipation where each customer is likely to go based on patterns observed across similar customers. And remember, that's the thing that makes AI AI, being able to look at massive amounts of data and extract patterns. Well, obviously not every business has millions of customers, but if you have a fair number of customers, whether it's many thousands or many millions, there are patterns to pick out there. And that is where AI in marketing can really be an enormous benefit. You're predicting what their next step is with a great deal of probability of being right. So the foresight allows you to proactively prepare for the customer needs before they even express them. Perhaps sending helpful information when someone seems stuck in their research phase. You can also identify the perfect moments for relevant upsells when customers are most receptive, dramatically increasing conversion rates. It's kind of, here's a modern day analogy. It's like having a GPS for your customer relationships that helps navigate toward successful customer outcomes and avoiding or at least foreseeing the common roadblocks. Now, as we go through this, what we call real-time experience optimization. We love these terms. We love these terms. Normal people don't talk this way, but that's beside the matter. The sophisticated AI marketing systems are constantly learning and improving from every single customer interaction, creating a virtuous cycle of optimization that traditional approaches simply can't match. Now, instead of testing just 2 email subject lines, AI can simultaneously evaluate hundreds of variations of messages, images, offers, and delivery times, all automatically adjusted based on what's working best for different customer segments. So the days of waiting weeks to see campaign results are over. This is huge. Months doing market research, certain amount of time to collect all that data and organize it, limited by human cognition, and then you finally get the report. Well, it could be outdated by the time you get that marketing research. So AI provides continuous feedback, not just up to date, but think of it as continuous. It's always coming in, allowing you to refine your approach instantly based on real performance data. Every customer gets the most effective feedback, gets the most effective experience possible based on the very latest insights, not what worked last month or last quarter, but what's working now. And most important, as we've already talked about, predicting with a high probability of being correct what's going to work tomorrow, next month, next year. This is new territory. This really is seminal. So, whoops, sorry about that. So the handoff from marketing to sales used to be like passing a baton. Marketing would qualify leads and then sales would take over with little ongoing communication between the teams. I've worked for some very, very large corporations. I can tell you that's absolutely true. And I've worked in smaller organizations where the feedback should be easier. We're salespeople. Here's what the customers are saying, or the marketing people are going off with a campaign that has nothing to do with what we're talking to the customer about. So why that integration isn't obvious, I've never understood. But at least by putting AI into our different business functions, like starting with marketing, going to sales, we can address that. So AI really transforms the relationship between the marketing and the salespeople to more of a partnership where the intelligence flows both ways, back and forth, creating a seamless customer experience. And salespeople should welcome this because this should give them the opportunity to write more business. So this should be something every salesperson, and we're talking about AI and sales in our next module, they should get excited about this. So in today's systems, we don't just score leads, we recommend specific sales approaches based on each prospect's unique journey and preferences throughout their buying process. So natural language processing, NLP, can even analyze sales conversations to identify a winning pattern that informs marketing content, creating a powerful feedback loop that strengthens both the sales and the marketing functions. This is a big deal. This is huge. So this integration ensures customers receive a consistent experiences, whether they're engaging with marketing content or talking to a sales representative. Now, something very important to keep in mind is that marketing has always claimed to represent the customer's voice, but AI tools now provides the evidence to truly fulfill that promise in product development. Imagine analyzing millions of product reviews, support tickets, social media comments, to identify exactly which features create satisfaction or frustration among your customers. Whether, whether it's good news or bad news, you always want to hear it. So the value of AI is that it can spot the emerging trends, unmet needs months before they become obvious in the marketplace, giving your product teams a tremendous competitive advantage in the development stage, the planning. Where should we put our resources now so we know they're going to do the most good 6 months, 12 months, 2 years from now? AI gives us that opportunity. Now, when you do this integration, you're transforming marketing from simply promoting what already exists to what, oh, pardon me, to shaping what should be built next. What is the next offering based on genuine customer needs? Not a combination of what you think might be right based on some 6-month or 12-month-old data. Products developed with AI intelligence are more likely to succeed because they're built on actual customer feedback rather than internal assumptions about what might work. So, where does that bring us? Well, here's where it brings us. Cross-functional AI data sharing. Again, we love these terms. We can't get enough of these terms that people aren't going to understand what that means. So we use them all the more. But the power of AI emerges when insights flow freely across your organization instead of getting trapped in departmental silos where they can create a maximum value. Imagine, this is really important now, and we won't have to imagine it much longer because it's here. Imagine the customer service conversations automatically informing marketing personalization, influencing supply chain decisions that influence promotional timing. Finance info. What CFO doesn't want more up-to-date information about what customers are thinking to have a better idea what resources are going to be allocated down the road? All of this comes together to shape campaign decisions, how much investment to put in those campaigns, what ROI to expect. So you can create a leading organization this way by putting in a unified data environment where AI can discover connections that would remain completely hidden in isolated systems. We've all, well, not all of us, but I know I've been in old companies where there's some legacy environment here, but there's newer stuff there. They don't all play nice. This gives everybody a chance to learn from the same information and continue to learn from the same information. Now, the approach, though, isn't just about connecting technology systems. It's a cultural shift toward a collaborative decision-making process. You can't be territorial about this. Insights have to be shared, resources have to be shared. So, the whole departmental my turf thing has to go away. So technology alone doesn't solve anything. Now, when the entire organization does come together this way, it operates from a single source of what we want to call customer truth. That's a new phrase, customer truth. Every interaction between your organization and the customer that we can track, social media, customer service, buying patterns, did they attend a trade show, stop by our booth? Every interaction becomes relevant and valuable, adding to this flower, this blossoming flower of customer truth. We've never been able to say things like that before. So this brings us to the whole question about ROI in marketing, and that's frustrated executives for decades. But AI is finally providing a clear, compelling answer. Advanced attribution models now track the contribution of each touch point across complex customer journeys that can span weeks or months, showing exactly how each customer interaction contributes to the eventual purchase. And that's what we're trying to get to, right? The eventual purchase. Even more importantly, AI can separate correlation from causation, helping you understand which marketing activities truly drive the results versus those that simply coincide with them. Causation, correlation, we wrestle with that in all parts of life. AI tools can give us more specific insight into that. So this intelligence, it'll transform your marketing budget conversation from defending past expenses, saying, well, we did the best we could with the information we had, to much more confidently predicting future behavior. And that leads to predicting future returns on investment and being able to allocate those resources more proactively. So marketing leaders can now approach the boardroom, as they say, with data-driven forecasts that position marketing as a measurable driver of business growth rather than a necessary cost center. So it's a whole psychological shift, and it's a very exciting thing to be a part of. So now, here we go, emerging AI marketing technologies. Where are we? Well, when you think you've caught up with the AI marketing innovations, the next wave arrives. And yes, that's frustrating. It's already building momentum across the industry. Generative AI is moving beyond creating basic blog posts to producing highly personalized creative content tailored to individual preferences and contexts. Multimodal AI, another new term, that understands both images and text, is revolutionizing how we analyze visual content, create more engaging marketing assets that appeal to different learning styles, and that's huge. We don't all learn the same way. Edge AI brings intelligence directly to devices and physical retail environments for real-time personalization without privacy concerns or connectivity issues. And then we get to emotional AI. That's beginning to detect and respond to customer sentiment, creating more empathetic experiences that resonate on a deeper level than purely rational messaging. And once you've learned all that, there'll be a new thing, and that certainly gets to be frustrating. So, how do you prepare for the AI future? And that's difficult for everybody. But staying ahead in this rapidly changing, evolving landscape isn't just about chasing every shiny new technology, and that's a kind of a comfort feeling. It's about building adaptable systems and teams that can evolve with changing capabilities. So, as we've said in other modules, everything starts with your data. Everything. Before you look at any AI tool, you audit your current data ecosystem to identify where are we getting our data from? Are there gaps? How old is the data? Is there duplicate data? Any AI application begins with EDA, exploratory data analysis. You have to understand the quality of your data. And when you see limitations in it, now you can identify what's holding you back from taking advantage of the emerging tools that are coming up for you to better understand how to use the information you already have. But you have to look at that information first. Then you can invest in what we might call AI literacy across your entire marketing team, not just for one or two people, but this has to be an organization-wide effort, beginning with, as we're saying here, the marketing people, because that's going to drive everything else. And from that, do we learn to ask the right questions rather than just what's faster, more bits, bytes, use it? No. Are we asking the right questions rather than just implementing more technology and implementing more technology? This will lead to a really proactive environment, what we call governance frameworks that balance innovation with ethical considerations around privacy and transparency as capabilities expand. Most importantly, we foster a culture where experimentation is encouraged, insights are quickly translated into new approaches that keep you ahead of the competition. And you do want to be looking at this because your competition will be. Ethics in AI are so important. It deserves its own few comments here. It really deserves a whole module, and maybe we'll do that. But as AI becomes more and more powerful, the ethical dimension becomes increasingly important to business success, not just as a matter of legal compliance. Yep, we did that. But being transparent about how you use customer data, that builds trust with your customers, translates to brand loyalty, translates to increased customer value over the lifetime of that customer. So we live in a very private, privacy conscious marketplace, which is good. People want to know what part of me is out there and who has access to it. So when you're transparent about this, it creates a positive brand association, a positive brand image that drives word of mouth recommendations. No better advertising than word of mouth to people who are very concerned about this. Preventing algorithm bias ensures your marketing reaches all potential customers, not just those who fit historical patterns that might unintentionally exclude valuable segments. The most successful organizations view ethical AI as both a moral responsibility, which it is, and as well as a competitive advantage in a market where authentic, respectful brand relationships have a growing value. So, again, it starts with the human AI marketing team. Excuse me. With all the talk about advanced technology, it's important to remember the future of marketing remains fundamentally human at its core. This isn't about throwing in a bunch of software. Human at its core. AI excels at processing vast amounts of data that we simply can't, identifying patterns, executing personalized campaigns at scale, but human creativity, human empathy, human strategic thinking, that remains irreplaceable. No one's saying get rid of your marketing department. These are tools for your marketing department to help create a better connection with the customer, meaning meeting the customer's needs more fully. So the effective marketing teams, they're going to develop a much more collaborative workflow where AI handles analysis and optimization while humans focus on strategy, creative direction, emotional storytelling that resonates with the audience. So this partnership requires marketing professionals to develop new skills. And that's a lifetime thing now, always learning new skills. We have to learn to ask the right questions to our AI systems. GIGO, garbage in, garbage out, is alive and well. We have to take responsibility. Interpreting the complex insights, translating the data into recommendations for products, services, what's the right brand story, that still lies with us. How to interpret all this data and how to ask the right questions to get the insights from the data. That still remains with us. So the winners in this new era will be those that leverage AI as a powerful partner, a thought partner, not just those who try to replace human creativity entirely. So where does that bring us? To our key takeaways. As we wrap up this portion now on AI in marketing, consider where your organization currently stands in this maturity model. Remember, we said this is a scale. You don't have to be huge right off the bat. And what your next step should be on the journey. Basic implementation focuses on automating simple tasks. That's first. Analyzing past performance. You have to look back before you can look forward. Might sound contradictory, but it's true. And picking that starting point so you can start gauging immediate gains. Then get to a more intermediate approach, incorporate predictive analytics, personalization at scale, delivering significant improvements in campaign effectiveness and ROI, improve customer satisfaction, and then advanced integration. As we've discussed today, this connects marketing intelligence throughout the organization and across the entire customer journey for truly transformative results that competitors can't easily match. Not if you're proactive in it, they can't match it. Let them catch up. Don't you go catching up to them. So remember that this implementation is not a destination. It really is an evolution. I'm not going to use the word journey. It's an evolution. This is going to keep developing. Make your peace with that. And then finally, each advancement, remember this, will create new possibilities. This is an exciting evolution. This is something to embrace, to be, this is pretty cool. So you can connect with your customers in ways that you never have been before. That will continue to drive your growth. Well, that wraps up our third module on AI and marketing. We hope you've enjoyed this. Our next module is AI in sales. My name is Jack Heslin. I'm the founder of the AI Conversation, an online community devoted to bringing together people and organizations of all different backgrounds to learn and share how do we use AI tools. Check us out at www.theaiconversation.com. Thanks very much, and we'll see you soon. Bye.